We have all seen it happen. Your most reliable, high-performing employee, the one who quietly keeps the operation running, packs up their desk, leaves a letter on the table, and walks out the door. When the leadership team inevitably scrambles to figure out why, the postmortem always points outward. They assume a competitor offered a 20% pay bump, or the employee wanted a shorter commute. But the actual reason is internal. These top-tier professionals are fleeing a hidden workplace mechanism known as the competence penalty. The exact structures built to reward excellence are the things driving your best talent away. We are taught early on that doing good work yields organic upward mobility. You hit your targets, you get rewarded. Yet standard corporate incentive structures operate as a broken economic loop. They systematically penalize high performance and punish efficiency. To understand why the most elite people in your organization are quietly planning their exit, we have to unlearn 3 deeply ingrained workplace myths. If you are an elite operator who finishes a mission 2 days early, you are not given Thursday and Friday off to recover. You are handed the unfinished assignments of your lower-yielding peers. This is the high performers tax. This diagram tracks task distribution. As tasks move down the funnel, a bottleneck forms at the slow worker's desk. Management automatically reroutes the overflow to the faster worker. Without recovery time, the fast side inevitably fractures under the volume, while the slower worker remains insulated. Your best people don't develop under this extra weight. Their burnout is simply subsidizing company incompetence. Then we have the promotion pipeline. Companies routinely take their most elite tactical problem solvers and force them into management roles they never asked for. The skills required to execute complex field operations rely on strategic agility, but the reality of middle management is quite different. You are quickly buried in the administrative trench. Someone who thrives leading a team through a live crisis is suddenly expected to spend 40 hours a week approving timesheets in an ERP system. By forcing this specific transition, companies sacrifice their sharpest technicians to create their worst managers and slap the label career progression on the entire process. Organizations expect unquestioning 5-year loyalty from their staff, yet those same companies operate internally on ruthless 90-day fiscal evaluation cycles. When an employee fully buys into this loyalty demand, they stop looking at the external market. They put their head down, and their external skills quietly begin to decay. Looking at a loyal employee's life cycle, the problem becomes visible. Their perceived internal safety steadily rises over the years. Meanwhile, their marketable skills arc downward into dangerous territory. When an economic disruption hits and forces layoffs, the internal safety net immediately plummets to zero. Corporate loyalty only flows one way. When the system takes a shock, the most dedicated employees are left completely exposed. The competence penalty ruins corporate culture, but it is an operational choice. It can be engineered out of your system. This organizational chart maps out a dual-track system. Elite individual contributors can follow a path that allows them to earn executive-level pay without ever managing a single direct report. The workplace becomes a voluntary coalition. Employees stay because the mission is compelling and the growth is real, rather than a fear of leaving. To retain top talent, leaders must stop taxing excellence with administrative burdens and start fueling it with autonomy and rest. Look at your own team today. Audit your specific unit. Are you rewarding your absolute best operators with equity and recovery time? Or are you just burying them under a pile of their coworkers' unfinished tasks? Your top performers are highly efficient. They are already planning their exit. The only question is whether you will fix the system